This is Tuesday. It's a second half edition of a rant. That's right, a double rant day. Because I got a lot to say about Valerian, the city of 1,000 planets. And it's awkward for me to say these things because I thought this movie was pretty. And if you're seeing it for like $5, it's like a pretty good $5 spectacle. I saw it for $8, 3D. Pretty good 3D. Except if you're too close. I like to sit kind of close and I like the theater to surround me, but I was kind of off to the right side and I don't know, I sat too close, and like the space station, they cut back to the space station like fucking 6 times. And every time they cut back, for no reason, like they just cut back to show like a shift in, like they're walking down a hallway and they'll say something about the city, or cut back in. Sometimes they'll be in the same spot, sometimes they won't. Like they can just kind of move the story around easily by cutting out and cutting back in. But when they do that, it was really freaking jarring. And like the 3D didn't really work for me that well in those moments. Like I couldn't actually see the space station. I had to close one eye just to like peer at its greatness, I guess. So I had a lot to say about this movie, and I guess that's one of them. I didn't really like the 3D was pretty good. It was a good spectacle, but some scenes, I don't really like it. What else was I gonna say? There's so many little stupid shit that happens. Oh my god. John Goodman's in here as this big fat alien dude that's selling stuff in this mall of a million stores. It's like this mall on this planet that you virtually tour this mall, in this big area, in this desert, and you virtually tour this mall, and then you get items in virtual space, and then there's like a depot that goes through the scanner, and you get it into real space, into your dimension. And there's all these malls in different dimensions inside this mall, and then John Goodman's in there, and man, this movie's kind of, it's just if you want to nitpick this movie, it's just abundant. It just makes, I want to say one thing and then there's so many weird stupid shit that gets connected to it. You really have to have a disbelief. You just need to not believe what's going on. It could make any sense. Or maybe I'm just thinking about it way too small. There's this other thing, this freaking beast is on their spaceship, and he is attached to this spaceship, and they're gonna shake him off the spaceship, and he gets shooken off the spaceship, and he's just and he this monster just does this coyote falling off the ravine, Tiny Toon adventure shit goes on in this movie. He's just and so it goes bling. I really feel like it did that. I really feel like this movie went bling. And it cuts into another scene, and they're so stupid. There was a really cool bit. The Lindy, the main female character, shoots this guy in the back of the neck. And shoots this guy in the back of the neck. And when this guy gets shot in the back of the neck, he just goes limp. And this other guy has his helmet on and these gloves, and he can control the guy who just got shot with that thing. He has control over him, and he's and he's dancing. He's in this covert mission. for the government and shit, and he's still like dancing with him. He's like, like dancing with this dude. I don't get it. Like, what is he doing? And then like the sergeant's like, hey, get back to what you're supposed to be doing. So obviously we don't need to know who any of these characters are because they're all gonna die. They fucking die so easy. Like, not so easy like they didn't want to be alive, but like the main characters were like, yeah, we got away, everything's fine. Yay! 8 dudes just died back there. It's not a... Don't you care at all? Guess not. Woo! We're gonna be unrelatable to our audience. Like flying. Oh, we got this cool scene. There's this thing coming out. It's in the previews. It's like, whoa. And those things like, eight people just died. One of them was like flirting with you, I think. I don't know. She's probably like good. Fucking guy deserved to die. Anyways, it's awkward shit. There's like, they're in this mall, this like cyber mall thing, and like these guys are shopping. These 2 people are shopping, and there's like a dopey guy and this girl, and she's just like, I just want to buy stuff. It's like, nothing you can't carry home, little miss. And then he like puts on the visor and he just like looks out into the cyber world of all this stuff, and he's just like, wow, this is crazy, right? But nobody else really like looked like that at all. Everybody else had the visor on already, and they were ready to rock and roll into this mall. Like all these tourists rocking and rolling into this mall. He's the only guy who didn't know that that's what the mall was gonna look like. Like, that doesn't fucking make any sense. I mean, obviously he should know. He saw like a brochure, probably got zapped into his freaking brain, alright? Fucking stupid. So that was dumb too. Bad movie. Bad! I'm just gonna keep talking about this movie with you guys for like 10 more minutes. It's so weird. So they have this scene, which I already mentioned, where they say like these things come from the 4 corners of the universe. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? There's no corners. It goes like this. It's a circle. Maybe like some guy was just like, you know what? These are the 4 corners. Or maybe they were making a joke, and I just like, it had to be explained to me so that it wasn't funny. Like, but I don't know. I missed it. So these like all these things from all these different corners of the galaxy, and there's this like underwater people. There's 8 million species that live under our underwater area of our giant space station, and then there's like these like gaseous people, and they're super smart. What is it? They're super in touch and delicate. And I was like, what? What? Huh? I don't get it. They're like later in the movie. He fucking runs right through their shit. He doesn't even give a shit. This guy, the main character, just runs through these super intelligent, gaseous beings. Fucking, obviously it's the only place that they hang out. He showed it early in the movie. They show this thing earlier in the movie, and then they show this here, and he's just running right through it. I don't get it. What? And then there's like all these robots that are flying up and down, and they do the banking. Robots that do the banking. Obviously, the robot they got it. They got all of our banking technology. Anyways, I guess I'm gonna stop now.